See, when my uncle was in the FOI back in the 40s and 50s, they had investigators, and they would come to a brother that's a new brother that comes to the temple and to the meetings and fill out a register. They would actually follow that brother around to see what he was about. See, some of them, they catch him with a white girl. Sometimes they catch him eating pork. And in some of them temples, some of them brothers would whoop their ass if they catch them with a white girl or catch them eating pork or whatever. And some of them would intimidate these brothers, see. And a brother like me, you know, when I first, well, I already had previous briefings and information because my uncle I was born into the nation for number one. Got out when I was 7 through my mother, and then my uncle, I be hanging around him. My uncle Aziz be hanging around him all the time, so I knew how they run. And my uncle knew how strong I was, and he always would come around, try to get me, to, especially when I got a little older, in my 20s, to come back to the temple, And, but when I decided to go back was around 95, just a little bit before, I say about 91, because I got with John Muhammad and his brothers. And then I went to Mosque number 1 and got with Farrakhan's crew. But both of them camps, they wanted to test to see how brave I was, And my heart was tested, But like I said, I had gangs in the streets. I had me 2 gangs. See, people underestimate you. But my father raised me. My father was in the home with me. He just died in 2000 and around 2011, something like that. And he used to sit me on his knee, and we watch Friday night fights on black and white TV. He put me on his knee. He taught me how to box. And then I taught my cousin how to box. But my cousin took it further, started learning martial arts, got brown belts and black belts. And he taught me a little bit about self-defense. And then my uncle, he schooled me with how to use any kind of weapon, make a weapon out of anything. And so I got basic training, and so I know about, a little bit about combat, about fighting, about how to use a knife. Most guys when they got a knife, they'll lunge at you. But I use a knife like a fist. Now I might throw a jab, and then when you respond to that jab, I'll stab you, But I would never lunge at you. I'll let you come to me, in other words, and just stick you to death. Stick, I ain't got to try to kill you. I just irritate you to death, And so once I make you weak, or either I might just get you off guard and cut your throat real fast. But you got to have a sharp knife to really kill somebody and know where to strike them at with the knife, But anyway, man, See, martial arts, man, you know, you see brothers doing moves, but when you get a brother that know combat up in his mind, like Bruce Lee, he would be a hard one to fight because he didn't follow no particular style. See, martial arts really ain't no, like Bruce Lee said, you got to be like water. You got to go with the flow. Well, that's the same way with out here in the streets. My old man told me, he said, never underestimate nobody. Never overestimate nobody either. You know. But you don't estimate nobody at all. You know, you don't know what they got and what they're about. So that's how you got to treat the situation. You know. But you got to use your mind first. You got to use, first of all, you got to visualize strikes. Just like chess. 6 moves ahead, 6 strikes ahead. And anticipate their reaction to those strikes. You know. Because you might miss a strike. Or be off-centered a little bit. And they might be just as alert as you, or even more, have faster reflexes than you. It's all about reflexes too. You see. You could be old as hell, but your reflexes can still be intact. You know. And it's because a person talks slow, that don't mean they're thinking slow. Just like me, I talk slow, but I'm editing myself. You know, I'm editing myself as I talk. So most of y'all, you know, don't realize we in combat. They don't realize the women don't think we at war. And they train their sons like ain't nothing to fight. Let me come back with this one.